Alright guys, so today is the day we've all been waiting for.
We got our bees.
We got our bees. We've been down at Bemis Tree Farm and Bee Farm all day for Bee Day. They have a really cool event with a lot of speakers and fun things to do for the kids. And so we made a whole day of it and picked up our 2 packages of bees. And we're about to install them in the hive. So we're going to set the camera up on a tripod when we do that. Don't know how well you'll be able to see. We'll try and get a good angle if we can, but and kind of show you how it goes. Now remember, this is our first time doing this, so don't make fun of us. So before we get suited up to put the bees in the boxes, I wanted to show you what a package of bees looks like if you haven't seen one. There's thousands of bees in here. And in the top here, there's a little cage that hangs down, a little wooden box that's got the queen in it. That's why they're all clumped up around the top up there. And there's also a jar in there that's got some sugar water in it that they've been feeding on while they've been packaged. So we're gonna move the bees from this box to our bee boxes.
Okay, can you hold it up there and let me zoom in on them?
Alright guys, so we're all suited up here. About to install this first package. We'll see how it goes. I just watched how to do it today at Bee Day, so hopefully I'll remember everything.
And unfortunately, I wasn't there for that part. I was inside listening to Dr. Ramsey from Maryland.
Who was awesome. I hate that I missed
Incredible.
his first talk. Alright, so we mixed up some sugar water for them. I've got a little bit in a spray bottle here. We mixed a 1-to-1 sugar to water, and I've sprayed the inside of the hive and all the frames with a little bit of sugar water. And then we're going to use it to spray the bees and shake them just to help keep them from flying all around whenever we dump them in here. There's going to be some flying, but it'll keep most of them from flying. I took the top off the box here, and if you can see, there's a tin can sitting down in there that's got their syrup in it that they've been eating on. So we're going to take that can out first. But first we're going to spray the bees, just a few sprays like this. And then we're going to knock them down and spray them a little bit again. Now let's take our hive full. We hold that because we'll need to pop it back on there quick after we get this out. Okay. So that's the syrup that they've been eating on.
With the bee on the bottom.
Just got some little bitty holes that it's been coming out of.
Has it still got syrup in it?
Yeah, it's pretty full. Okay, next we're going to take out the queen. So she's hanging by this little ribbon here. Hard to grab with these gloves on. Lift that up a little bit. Now there's a few bees on here. I'm going to show you the queen here. Debbie, can you come do the camera and make sure that we're getting this in here right? There's a few bees here that are ones that attend to the queen, and there's a few inside there. But the queen, if you can zoom in there, Debbie, I don't know if you can. The queen's got a little red dot on her. They've already marked her for us.
Okay, where is she at? My glasses are fogging.
She's right there. So we're just going to set her to the side until we get the rest of them dumped in there, and then we're going to place the queen. And it's got a little plug in it there, a little cork, and then there's a plug made out of candy. And what you do is you put this box in there, and they eat at the candy, the ones from the inside and then the ones from the outside, to try and free the queen. And that just gives them time to get adjusted to that queen. That way they don't kill her when she comes out. And by the time they get through that candy, they'll be adjusted to her pheromones and all, and they'll be one big happy family. So I forgot to get, I can probably use my hive tool to dig that out of there, but there we go. But see, she still can't get out because it's got that candy plug in there. So we're going to set her to the side until we get the rest put in here. Now for the fun part.
Do you not put her in first?
Mm-mm. I'll show you. Okay, now we're going to spray these again, because you can see they've all come back up.
Do you need to put this hook on her first?
We don't necessarily have to.
Do we put the lid on them when you do this? Or?
Okay, so we're just going to take the top off, and we're going to turn it over and gently shake the bees into the box.
Okay, I wish I could see this. This is insane.
There's thousands of bees.
I need to spray it some.
We won't be able to get them all out, but we should be able to get the biggest part of them. If you can see down inside this box, there's thousands in there. Okay. I'll just set that to the side.
I don't try to get this.
No. And then we're gently going to put some of the frames back in here. I wish we could get the camera over here inside. So, okay, now with the queen, we're going to take, well, you kind of straighten out one of those paper clips.
Like completely straight.
Yeah. With the queen, we got to take this off of her.
I'm not sure if that'll straighten.
we're going to put this paper clip in here so we can kind of hook her over one of the frames so she doesn't fall in. But we're gently going to put her down in between two frames here towards the middle. And push her between two frames. You want her to stay like that. Sliding this on over.
I wish I could see this because the bees are already all over these frames in here.
Okay, so now we're going to push all the frames together. Now, I guess we could leave that in there.
No.
Okay, now next we're going to put our feeder box on top.
Hang on, I'll help you.
And we've already poured some sugar water in here. It's also 1-to-1 mix. Here in just a second I'll grab the camera and bring it over here and let you see how this works. Alright, let me grab the camera so you can see this here. So this feeder box, it has a hole straight down the middle. You can see the frames down in there. So the bees can come up and get in here, and there's actually sugar water under these little slats. These are like floaters, little floating things that the bees can land on so that they can drink. See, there's very thick syrup in there. So next, Debbie, you can put the inner lid on.
This side up.
Yeah, the vent side up towards the back. And then we put the outer lid on. And what we've done is we've taken some grass here and plugged the entrance. That way they can't get out for a couple of days. Nothing can get in or out until they can chew their way through the grass or it shrinks up and falls out. But that's just to give the bees time to stay in there and make that their new home. And so there's lots of bees still swarming around the outside, and there will be for a while, but they don't really have a way to get in, so they'll go away or die. Or if they're still around once the entrance plug comes out, then they'll just go on in the hive. But anyway, that's our first install. We'll come back tomorrow and check the syrup level, and come back every couple of days and look at the queen cage to see if they have been able to free her yet and make sure she's okay. There's a big old drone. Did you see that sucker?
I don't know, but there was one over here that was huge.
Where'd he go? It almost looked like a bumblebee. He was so big. Yeah, that looks like a lot of bees flying around here, but trust me, there's thousands in there. And you're always going to lose some. There's that big old drone right there. I don't know if I can zoom with the gloves on. He's kind of under the box there. That sucker is huge. Getting bees all over the camera now. Alright, I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod, and then we're going to go ahead and get this next hive done because we're going to be out of daylight soon.